Good afternoon, guys. We are going to run out of food. It's an inevitability. Guys, this is my speculation, my analysis. Obviously, go and do your own research from what I'm telling you. I'm going to put the links in the description, a lot of, accompanying material. But what we've been saying on this channel for quite a while is we just don't produce enough food in the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom ran out of food on I think it was the 14th of August. What I mean by that is, if we were only to eat the food that we produced in the United Kingdom, we would have run out. I think it was on the 14th of August. It might have been the 16th. They're the dates I've got in my head. I think it's the 14th. Anyway, this year, it's been absolutely terrible for crops. Now, that's because we've had a really wet season. We weren't we weren't able to plant many crops. So the harvest this year is going to be a lot worse. That means that next year, that 14th of August date, it's going to be pushed a lot. It's going to be a lot further forward or back, whichever way you're looking at it. Now, guys, I've just seen something on the news about an inheritance tax that the government are looking to imply on farmers. This is absolutely mind-boggling. It's like, have you seen the meme where somebody's cutting the piece of wood on the tree end and they're sat there thinking, yeah, I'll teach you a lesson. And they're cutting the piece of wood that they're sat on. And this is kind of like where we're at the moment. So let me just read directly from this article, guys. I'm not going to share this. I'll put it in the link. I'll put the link in the description. So let me read the headline. MP urges Chancellor to maintain farmers' inheritance tax relief in autumn budget. So straight away, you're like, what does this mean? Farmers' tax relief? Should that be like, should farmers be getting an easy ride? Guys, I think they should. Harriet Cross, and you'll see where I'm coming from. Harriet Cross has written to the Chancellor urging her not to charge inheritance tax for farmers, including agricultural property relief in Labour's autumn budget. The Gordon and Buchan MP has raised concerns from farmers in Aberdeenshire amid the prospect of the Lifeline tax relief being scrapped that allow agricultural land to be passed down tax-free when the budget is announced on the 30th of October. So, guys, can you imagine the dystopian situation that we're in at the moment, where we're running out of food? We don't have enough food to feed ourselves, and a farmer dies somewhere, they're in Aberdeenshire, in wherever, the farmer dies, and then, hang on. So the farmer dies, and then a percentage of that land has to be given to the government. What? So imagine it now, guys. Try and visualize this in your head. Right. So farmer X, he's farming his field, and it's so big. All right. He's always farmed that field. His dad dies. That field is now left to him. Okay. A percentage of that field has to go to the government. So he's not allowed now to plant seeds in that side of the field. Oh, okay. So we just plant less seeds, do we? We just do less crops because the government, guys, I don't know what the government are getting from this. Food is one of those things food and water is one of those things that we kind of need to be looking out for ourselves here. We live in an island. There's no reason, the size of the United Kingdom, there's no reason we shouldn't be food independent, water independent, energy independent, but we are. And it also looks like, with these taxes that are coming in, and guys, inheritance tax is disgusting in itself. Your mum, your dad, whoever, they worked every day of their life. Some people call it a death tax. They worked every day of their life. They paid tax on every pound that they earned. And now because they're dead, you have to give some money to the government. What? It's just ridiculous. This inheritance tax, guys, it's got the potential to cripple the food supply in the United Kingdom. We've already got a very weakened food supply. And what I can see coming is these farms just being bought out by large corporations. And by large corporations, I mean the type like BlackRock, and other, huge investment banks. And they're just going to control that food supply. Guys, we can't let this happen. I don't know what we can do as a population. I don't know what we can do right now as a people, because we certainly can't vote these people out. But I'm not going to rule anything out from this government at the moment, because what they're doing is absolutely catastrophic. And it looks like, they're making an active effort to destroy the food supply and to destroy anybody with any independent means of sustenance. By sustenance, we mean food, we mean fuel, we mean, to self-regulatory, so we can buy things ourselves, sell things ourselves, look after ourselves. And this whole thing where they say, those with the broadest shoulders will have to take the biggest, burden. Is this what we mean now? We're all going to have to eat less because we want more tax off the farmers? Guys, it's absolutely absurd. What are the government going to do with that land? What are the government going to do with that? And can you imagine as well, it's not just the land, it's with agricultural equipment. So can you imagine now that, you're a farmer, and you've always farmed a certain piece of land, and you go to and your dad dies or whatever, the farm's left to you, you're going to farm that land, it's all you've ever known all your life, and now you go to your shed, and because of a tax, I don't know, 20% tax, 2 of your tractors you can't use, or 1 of your tractors you're not allowed to use now because that belongs to the government, you just got to leave it there or sell it or give it to the government or something. These laws, I don't know what kind of buffoonery put these up or invented these or put this legislation in place, but I really do think, guys, there's an agenda coming, and it doesn't look good for the normal rank and file people of this country. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to get that out there about the farming. Absolutely insane what's coming. I'm not going to rule anything out, because I genuinely didn't see this winter fuel cut thing happening. I thought, right, okay, this is a bit smoke and mirrors. They're going to push. They're going to take 100 and then give 20 back with this winter fuel allowance. But no, they took 100 and they gave nothing back. There was a guy on, I can't remember, I forget that. There was a guy, and he said something like he's Robin Hood, but he's not Robin. Keir Starmer's like Robin Hood, but he's just robbing everybody. And I can't remember what he said, but it was really funny. I'll put the link in the description. So that's where we're going, guys. It's absolutely insane. Not only this, they're giving that money that they took off the pensioners. They're now, the British government, the taxpayer, well, not the British government, because the British government don't have any money. They don't have any money. This is our money. So the British taxpayers are now funding Ukrainian pensioners and paying civil servants their salaries. Fair enough, that's fair. Seems fair to me, guys. I think that makes perfect sense. Anyway, guys, I'm going to back to grid. I'll probably try and get you guys another video later, see what else happens in this crazy world. Don't forget, it's Friday. Weird stuff normally happens on a Friday. Anyway, guys, I'll speak to you soon. I'm going to back to grid.